How's it going, buddy?
Good. How about with you?
Everybody went to bed early tonight, so just been chilling, watching some random movies. Just watch movies all the time. It's the only thing TV shows are kind of out for me, you know? It's like it has to be a movie. TV show, I can't follow a thing consistently, but I can give it like an hour and a half of my time at night before I go, before I clock out. I can give you that, and then I'm done. So movies are where it's at for me right now.
See, I think I like shows because they're shorter, and so
Yeah.
I can only give them like 40 minutes, 40 to 50 minutes at a time. And then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, now I can take a break.
Yeah. That makes sense. I think the thing for me is like I don't remember what I just saw. I'm like a goldfish. I have no memory left. I'm just like constantly sleep deprived and just like fighting off some cold. And I'm just like, all right, I can deal with what's in front of me, but I cannot tell you what's this guy's name? Was he want? Was this character's name? Where are we again? I can't do it, but just set me in and let me go, and I can do it. I watched this movie called Body Double, by Brian De Palma. It was really good, but man, a really weird movie. And I never know when I start these, like, if Jess is going to be in on the ride with me. You know what I mean? Like, and I can kind of judge by like, okay, is this want to keep on or not? And she was actually digging this before she went to bed. But last night I tried Stranger Than Fiction. Do you remember that movie?
I love that movie.
I do too, and I thought it would be right up her alley. But I feel like she was placating me, like acting like it. But anytime I'd look over, like she's clearly on her phone. So that one didn't hit. I thought that one would hit, but I'm not always right, man.
So I like HGTV and like home improvement shows or like
Okay,
renovation shows. And
yeah,
so Amanda and I will be watching them together, and then like she has to leave the room, and then she's like gone for 20 minutes, and so then she comes back, and I'm like, "Oh, you missed this. You got to see this." And so then I like rewind it and get it to where she needs to watch it, and so I'm watching it again. Then I look over, and she's like on her phone, and I'm like, "Hey, man, I've already seen this. I'm doing this for you. Are you with me or?" Like I thought you were watching this because I queued it back up. Now you're on your phone. Like, what's going on?
yeah, man. You're doing right by your viewing partner. And okay, I know what you mean. I have like I have similar tendencies to be like, you know, you need to know what's going on here, and I pause it, or like if Jess leaves the room, I'm like, I'm pausing it here because we're in this together, right? This is a pact that we started when we began watching this thing.
Look, you're not going to enjoy this if you don't get the backstory. You're not going to know what's going on. I don't want to be catching you up 15 minutes from now. Okay.
Do you ever give the recap and you're just greeted with like a huh? It's like, okay, so this guy, I think he thinks this person killed this person, but he's blaming it on the cops, and then the cops come in and it's like, uh-huh. It's like, uh-huh. Wait a minute. I just dropped a lot of knowledge on you right now. And there's like no appreciation for my recap. I made it succinct. I gave you every essential part of the story that you missed, and I didn't add in any fluff, and now you're ready to go. Like, are you psyched for
So,
this or what?
so when I moved to Southern California, I realized that people there have a shorter attention span and like aren't just enthralled by every story that I decide to tell. And like it took some adjustment to get used to. And so I would be like in a social situation and I'm like telling this story that I think's just a banger and I'm like setting it up. And I'm like in the fourth sentence of the setup of the story. And then I see like people like first of all they no longer have eye contact with me and now they're like doing something else and they're like checking out. And the first couple of times it happened to me, I was like just thrown off so much. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, the dude is telling you a story. Are you paying attention? This is going to be there's something really good coming up. And so after it happened 2 or 3 times, I was like, I just like immediately turned into like an indignant comic who's like the crowd's not with him and he's just like, screw it, I'm leaving the stage. So I just quit the story. And then people are like looking at me like, wait a minute, weren't you like in the middle of something? I was like, well, I was. I'm not anymore. Nobody's paying attention. Like story time over. Somebody else take a turn. And so when I so that like since I had that experience and now that I'm older, I'm like I'm the same way with everybody. So like I'll be like talking to Amanda and my mom or like Amanda and her mom and I'm like telling them something and they check out and I just like stop my train of thought and just like leave the room or something. And then I see them kind of look over like, huh, pretty sure he was saying something. I don't think he finished. And so, and then
It's sort
maybe
of your way of
sometimes
protesting the fact that they're not hearing you out.
I already experienced this. I don't need to hear this. I know this story. So if nobody needs to hear this and they're checking out, well, I'm done. I don't need to finish. Sometimes nobody even notices. And I'm like, I just stop mid train and it's like nobody even says anything.
I,
That's how it
I
most of the time goes.
See, what I do is I veer when I know I'm not being heard, I just start talking absolute nonsense. Like I'm like, yeah, so we killed all three of them, buried in the backyard. It was crazy. Um, and then you just see like, do you get any cross-eyed looks, or is it just kind of like, uh-huh? And then are they following you or not? But I thought the point of your story was going to be, I went out to the West Coast and I had to adjust my style because that one wasn't landing. But I like it how your solution instead was just to be like, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah, adjust. I'm not adjusted. You adjust. It's worked for me for 28 years. Now all of a
It's
sudden
like
I got to adjust.
I thought you might be like, I'm in a new market and here we gotta like, we gotta change our delivery to in accordance with the expectations of our audience. But you're a purist, man. You're an artist. It's like if you don't enjoy my craft, you're not getting it.
That's right.